Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. How are you? Thank you. After Durga Puja celebration, this is the second class, third class. Second class, wonderful. What was the topic that Swamiji was discussing with you? What is the latest topic? What next, isn't it? What next was the topic? I guess. Okay, what it may be. You have heard Swamiji was telling about the topic, what next? And Swamiji had chosen one wonderful saying of Vivekananda, our life blood is spirituality. If it flows clear, if it flows strong and pure and vigorous, everything is right. Political, social, any other material defects, even the poverty of the land will all be cured if that blood is pure. See how wonderful visions Swamiji had about our India's future. For a person who created a universal brotherhood, who had infinite love towards mankind, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, nationality, religion, he has created that universal brotherhood. for that man. All are equal. All are equal as his child, as his children. A saint, a rishi, a mantra drashta, he had the vision of the future. He knew the past very well. He knew the action plan that is suited for different people of all over the world. For Indians, Swamiji was telling, our lifeblood is spirituality. Several times we ignore. We had been in the tamas through the ages, decades, and centuries. We have ignored our great past, our ancient traditions, the glory of India we have ignored. And we strongly started believing in it since 1830s, more strongly that if India has to rise, India has to develop, we must have to forget our past and we have to learn the ways of the West. But it is not so. In that saying, Swamiji was telling, Vivekananda Swami was telling, even political, social, or any other material defects, political and social and material defects, if even those are have to be cured also, okay, they will be cured? There should be the involvement of spirituality. We should welcome it in our daily lives. In the topic, what next? Swamiji was telling, Tata Kim, what next? Shall we devote our lives, shall we devote our time just for the material benefits to earn our bread, our food? Or shall we devote our lives for a higher purpose? So many living beings are there on the earth. Every living being feels hunger and thirst. They try to satiate and that hunger, quench its thirst. All have that equal need. But man has born for a higher purpose. He has to know what the purpose of a human being, what the purpose of a human life, what purpose he has born on this earth, what he has to do. Is there any common ideal? Is there any common goal? For that, what he has to do in his daily life? In what way he has to lead his life? I will ask you to repeat one thing, the saying of Swamiji. For the betterment of India and to raise ourselves, please repeat after me. India will be raised not with the power of the flesh, but with the power of the spirit, not with the flag of destruction, but with the flag of peace and love. How wonderful face Swamiji had about India's spirituality. The material wealth is improving. We are inventing so many gadgets, and so many other things in the technological field, will all they really help us to attain peace? In order to save these material things in between the countries, there is always a sign of war. We see everywhere. Everybody wants to protect their material possessions. And when there will be peace, when there will be love, when we start thinking about others' needs, when we start giving others, what are the best things that we can give, man can give? A little love and peace. In order to give them, give to others, first we have to have abundance in us, isn't it? Regarding to those wealth, to that wealth. How to attain that peace? How to attain that kind of love? To become unselfish. When we become unselfish, when we devote our time, our money, our strength, at least a little every day for others. Swamiji even says prophetic words. Even thinking a least good about others instills the courage of a lion into the heart. That kind of faith in the power of goodness that we should have. Always we should have that. It is not that by force you can love. By force you can win others' hearts. By force you can establish peace in the society. It is not so. It is through a loving service. When that kind of loving service you can render, when you have that one in your daily activities, if you can devote a little time, a little of your capacities for the good of others, for the benefit of others, then you will see there is not a little strength is there in us. We have so much strength, infinite strength indeed. That's what Swamiji speaking of, the power of spirit. With that power of spirit only, India will rise. India will conquer over the world. So, what next is in your hands? Life or death is in your hands. Always, each and every human being has to seek the life. Isn't it? Eternal life I want. Not a life of 50 years, 60 years, and 100 years. Eternal life. Isn't Swami Vivekananda is living still after 122 years? He's living. He's living through his words. He's living through his songs. He's living in his lectures. And we also want that kind of life. Swamiji's prophetic word says that his teachings will remain for the next 1500 years. When we can confidently say that the work I did will remain for next 10 years, next 50 years like that. It will benefit a large portion of the society. That kind of higher ideals we should have. For that, each and every action of our daily life, we have to transform through following the teachings of Vivekananda. That gives infinite strength to us. Okay? Have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.